you know, also the harassment we saw at the base to the south. He kept killing that Nexus down there with roach attacks. That was really, really nice to see.
Well, we're live with the game now, and we start things off at the bottom left of Cloud Kingdom with our second game here in the best of three. The first one in today's IronSquid group. Here we have our Zerg player in red. It is, of course, starting for Team StarTale. It is live. And his opponent, to the top right in orange, is the Protoss player, starting for LGIM. Down a game already. We have Seed.
This group is so insane. I keep thinking about it, man. I'm looking at the picture in the live report thread right now. I'm looking at those faces, and I'm still trying to come to terms with what we are seeing here.
Yeah, guys, if you didn't know, I mean, of course, you can also chat in the Twitch TV chat. On the other hand, there is a live report thread on Team Liquid that you can use to talk about the games, to talk about the cast, to talk about the players. So make sure to check them out. I know that Calaris opened up. Big shout out to him, by the way. It was awesome to see you at WCS.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon again in Europe. Yeah, he opened a thread on Reddit and is also around. So if you're using any of these websites and tools, definitely make sure to participate a little bit. And there you can use Twitter as well. But right now, of course, we are already in game. We just see a bit of scouting going on by Seed here. Whereas Life is going up to 15 supply. I don't think we're going to see that now. We have to see a pool.
Yeah, there's the pool. I mean, there's no way with the probe there he's going to be able to get away with the hatch.
Yeah, I'm like, for a second, I really looked at the drone count. I'm like, 15, most likely going to be a 15 pool. But if he really starts to do the hatch on Cloud Kingdom of all maps.
I mean, the thing is, if there's no drone that sneaked out as well, like the probe's just going to see the drone coming down just like he does right now. That's why he sends the probe immediately to block the hatchery regardless. And we're going to see the Nexus first from Seed, cutting a few corners, but totally fine on the map like this.
Yeah. Nexus first here, so Seed will try to, I don't even want to say he gambles, but he tries to take a little bit of an opportunity here, get a little bit ahead in the game. And while we're currently just seeing the openings unfold, one of the things that I want to point out is that you should all just jump on Twitter and thank IronSquid for this amazing tournament. The Twitter account of those guys is at IronSquid Gaming.
Follow them.
Exactly, follow them, send them a shout out. These groups are insane. We are seeing such a great production by the French guys. So definitely a big shout out to them and let them know that you appreciate this tournament. Because let's be honest, these players, these groups, it's just amazing, and I can't wait for the offline final in Paris.
Yeah, it's going to be so awesome. We got to get there first. We got to find out who is going, and just a little bit of poking here with the probe from Seed. He wants to see the third base. He already sees the drone going down, and unless this is a fake, he's going to be pretty in the know, and even blocks the hatchery for a second. That's a nice little pass there by the probe, and sees it on his way out. Top right, talking about what the players see, we have the Overlord, of course, for life. This is one of the things that you know as a Protoss player. The Overlord is always in position. So with the Forge being built right under the nose of the Overlords, he does not try to hide anything here. He has, of course, to wall off, so it's not like he really has a choice. He can always try to get the Forge in the main base, which some players will do, but the attack upgrade, the first one, is not going to be a secret to life. On the other hand, we have the cybernetics go a little bit to the top right, so the cannon will protect it. Either Life has to sacrifice the Overlord, or he will not know exactly about the time. Yeah, and the core very protected against possible roach aggression, for example, unlike the Forge, which is exposed, as you mentioned before. Third base going down here, and I wonder what Life is going to do in game number 2. In game number 1, we saw him play for the late game. This is a tough map, I feel, to actually do aggressive play in Zerg versus Protoss, because the Protoss has a very narrow choke point to work with. There's no real opening you can find. You even have to funnel up that rock area. The one thing that always stands out a little bit on this map is that we either see a timing attack of the Protoss player or this third base attempt. And if you successfully secure a third base as a Protoss, it kind of always goes into the late game, doesn't it? Yeah.
And we have this scenario where Protoss even goes into carrier. We've seen mass carriers from players like Creator in this matchup quite often on this map. So that's going to be quite interesting. Seed, on the other hand, is not starting with a Stargate this time. He's heading straight into the robotics, and this could mean that we are going to witness an Immortal push, which is pretty strong on Cloud Kingdom.
Yeah, I think we may see just that. I feel strongly that on this map it's a great choice, because the way that the third base works, you have an area where you have enough space to get in, but if you micro well and go around the right side, it's easy to defend against Ling run bys if you can hug the walls that you can go along. we'll see. The Immortal is started first, so it looks like we are definitely going to see that Immortal push.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. We have the additional gas also now added at the natural. And talking about gas, a similar gas spread for life with the natural and the main base this time. Doesn't get the gas at the third, which would be the vulnerable part if C decides to attack here. But for life, I feel that he has to focus a little bit more on his creep spread at the third base right now. The creep tumor is ready, and if he uses this and pushes it forward, then he will have a bit of an edge if there is really going to be this immortal attack. And there we already have the next creep tumor at the bottom of the ramp. Really important for him here.
Yeah, and I think I wonder how many sentries Seed is going to make before he moves out. He's actually just adding the gateways now, a little bit later than I would have expected him to. And
Talking about late, by the way, sorry for interrupting you here, but look at the timing for the road show
yeah,
at 8 minutes.
he would have made himself very vulnerable, but Seed is actually now adding the last additional gateways. I was starting to wonder if he was going to do it at all. And here we go. This is definitely going to be an all-in push.
Look at this. We actually have now in total 7 gates and the Immortals plus 1 attack coming up. And life, how are you gonna defend this? The creep is already being spread. We have spine crawlers being built, even spreading the creep to the right side, not only down the ramp at his third base. Really important here for him. Roach Warren is a little bit late, but here comes the Roach speed. Well timed with the lair tech. First Roaches are also being produced. And just looking at his harvest account, he is at 67. That's roughly where you want to be as a Zerg when you are facing the Immortal push. 64, 66, yeah. That's roughly the number that you're going for.
This is not the parting push from Seed. This is not the fastest possible Immortal push. This is a little bit stronger but more patient push. And if Life can buy a little bit of time with these Lings, he's going to be in great shape because, like you said, he's gotten up to that drone count to where now he can really power out the Roaches to defend, and he's also getting those upgrades, those crucial upgrades, the Roach speed and the +1 for the Roaches. And oh wow, look at this, he's being able to buy so much time here.
Yeah, he really does. A lot of sentries now in the mix for Seed, and Seed moves out, but Life able to occupy his opponent a little bit. He won't be able to break through with the Zerglings though. He tries to, but there's already a pylon wall, and now at the bottom the Roaches are getting into position. A lot of spine crawlers being built for Life. 140 supply against 100. Creep well spread.
Yeah, the creep really important here. And it looks like Seed realizes attacking at that location is not going to be the right answer. The spine crawlers need to be moved over here if he wants to have any chance of defending at this location.
It's going to be really difficult for him to find the right angle.
That Overlord spots everything, but it gives its life in doing so. And you're so right. Finding the right angle here is difficult. He needs to kill these rocks first, and that gives the spine crawlers time to root. The Roaches are ready in a concave at the top of the ramp. He's trying to get more. He's making 6 additional spine crawlers right now. Zealot gets picked off here.
That's a huge army. No infest attack just yet, but he's going into mass spine crawlers, building 6 additional ones. Here comes Seed though with this push, and he has the observer now. He's going to take down every single creep tumor that he can find. Tries to walk up the ramp, gets into position at the base. Here comes a bit of a flank at the back. Where are the force fields? Here they are.
I think it was a bit of a risk for Life to actually try to go around the right side, because now his ramp is no longer his ramp, but he actually gets lucky and gets right in there. Seed not with the lockout there. Now the Roaches need to actually turn and fight, though. They do close. This hatchery's going to go down.
Yeah, the hatchery is definitely going to die, and for some reason, Life's not really with the big army that we expected him to have at this point. He's trying to make something work with those drones, but Seed is just in a perfect position here. He's losing the first Immortal, but on the other hand, there are still 2 available. He has the Warp Prism ready, and this third is doomed. And so might Life.
Yeah, I think he's going to be doomed here as well. There's way too much damage being done. The Roaches cannot kill those Immortals, and Seed is just going to feel the roll here, the snowball effect, as he goes towards the natural. And Life, I think, is going to have to GG. He does not have enough units. He doesn't have enough production.
Split again, and there it is. GG by Life. The game is over, and our Protoss player for LGIM equalizes the score, is able to force map number 3.